So those clever commercials, friends gathered around the TV to partake food. That is what it is all about. Chef Gail Crawford and culinary arts students Rebecca Smith and Jordan Moyna have something for both Seattle and Denver fans, a coffee-inspired treat for our friends on the West Coast, and Bronco balls for Team Peyton. And I love this, Gail, because really using foods that are known from these areas of the country. That's very creative. I like that.
Well, thank you. We were trying to think of, we wanted to represent the Bronco fans and the Seahawk fans. So you start thinking about what is indigenous to the region. So meatballs are a great appetizer. I'd also like to say that all of these things you could make at a party at your home, but you could also make them and they carry great. So for our Bronco fans, we made a savory Bronco ball that's made out of buffalo meat. And then we have as a dessert, Rocky Road mountain macaroons.
Oh, those look good.
And then for our Seattle fans, we have a pork tenderloin that's rubbed with coffee and brown sugar, a little ancho chili powder, and it's served with cherry sauce because Seattle also is known for their Mount Rainier cherries. And the dessert is a chocolate brownie with cherries and a coffee glaze.
And those cherries only in season a certain part of the year, right?
This is true, but I did use a cherry preserve that you could buy year-round.
Oh, okay.
And it's available at Kroger's.
I did not know that. Okay, so Jordan, you've got the pork tenderloin here. Okay, so show us how we would start to prepare that.
You would just take a little coffee and brown sugar, and you would just sprinkle it on there and rub it in real well. And then you would toss it in the oven about 350 for about 10 minutes. And then, all right, you would sear it. You would sear it at first, and then you would toss it into the oven.
Sear it on the stovetop, and then
then the oven.
roast it a little longer. Okay.
And then, as I was saying, this is a really cool thing. Now, if you wanted to take this with you, when it comes out of the oven, just get a little butcher paper or parchment paper, is what we call it in the restaurant industry, and literally just wrap this up in your parchment paper, then wrap it up in aluminum foil, and you can tuck it under your arm and go right out the door and take it to your friend's house and get over there, slice it, and present it.
It's very
how we
nice.
did.
And that's a nice hearty snack. You know, that's better
and
than
it can be hot, it can be room temperature, it doesn't matter either way. So it's going to be delicious.
I also see these touchdown taquitos, we are calling them. Is that what Rebecca has over here?
And that's something that everything, I think, is very kid-friendly, but I think kids would particularly go for that.
Oh, yeah, good finger food for them. So, Rebecca, how do we prepare these?
So we have prepared the taquito meat, which is actually the exact same as the buffalo balls.
Okay.
And we just are going to put a little bit in the middle. You want to make sure that you warm your tortillas either in the microwave or on the stovetop so they're pliable. And then you're just going to add a little bit of the meat in the middle. And then you're just going to roll it up like a cigar, I guess you could say. And then you have like a toothpick or a skewer, and you just want to stick it through the middle. And you're going to layer these on a baking sheet and just bake them at 350 for about 10 to 15 minutes.
Easy enough.
All done.
I want to mention, too, that you all have been very successful in the culinary arts program. You're graduating in December.
Yes.
So what have you been able to learn at school there?
I've learned a lot.
Yeah.
Pretty much, yes.
And Rebecca, you've been 3 semesters, right?
Yes.
Okay.
I graduate this May, and I actually am hoping to be a pastry chef. So I've enjoyed doing the baking, cooking. We do garde-manger, which is like cold appetizers and stuff as well. So it's been really great. It's been a good experience.
Well, thank you all for sharing your expertise with us.
Thank you for having us. We've really enjoyed it.
So again, these folks here are from Jefferson Community and Technical College, and you can learn more at jeffersonkctcs.edu. Rachel and Terry.